What's up,
Hopefully.
Meisterville? Welcome back to episode 4 of the Creative Podcast. Geez, we're on 4 episodes already. Today, I am sitting with one of the co-founders of Afro Tokyo, Mr. Ngundu. Am I saying that right?
Sort of Kudzai Ngundu. Yeah.
Kudzai Ngundu. Oh, I messed that up.
Nah, not
That
too
was,
bad.
that
Not
was
too far off.
okay. So Kudzai Ngundu. Yeah, man. How are you doing? How are you
Ngundu,
feeling
yeah.
today? How are you feeling today, sir?
I'm great, man. Attending the virtual con, as you can see, we got our stuff set up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw.
yeah,
I raided some of your store for a bit. I was looking for some more issues or some stuff,
yeah.
and I was not seeing it. So I
Really?
was kind of bummed. Yeah, I was like, do you guys have any more like, stuff to buy and stuff? But yeah,
Other than
no, I
that, no,
mean,
no, no. Unfortunately, no, we don't have much because we're still in Zimbabwe. We didn't have to, we couldn't travel because of the
mm,
pandemic and stuff like that. So we don't have those. I guess the stocks of books there. There's just a few left because I think what we wanted to do is that straight after we diminish those, there's just a few. I think they only have like 30 or so left. Once those are done, we're gonna start doing a volume system where we just stack them up
ah,
because they were kind of like floppies. Yeah, so
okay,
I
okay.
think it's a bit of a quality product, and then you guys get more of the story,
Yeah, at
than
once, because
just
hey,
the pieces.
them cliffhangers.
You can blame the writer, man. I'm just the artist, man. I'm the messenger. I'm the
don't,
conduit.
don't shoot the messenger. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. Wow, I didn't know that you were. I thought you were like one of the
Yeah.
writers. I didn't know you were just the artist. Because I know you wrote something, right?
Mm.
Am I? Am
Yeah,
I?
yeah. That would be yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that would be like a monkey gun. I don't know if you can see. Ah, no, you can't see it.
Oh yeah, I think I
Yeah.
bought it. I think I have it somewhere. I'll probably put it up on Instagram
Dang, man.
and all of that
I'm
stuff.
running a booth and I don't even have my gear here to
Hey man,
sample my
it's
goods.
cool.
Damn.
It's cool. Don't worry. This whole
Yeah,
new to everybody, man. This whole thing is new to.
that's all new. Huh?
Yeah, it's all new.
It's quite exciting actually. At first, I don't know if you noticed the first days we didn't have like a camera on because I was just like camera shy and stuff. But now
Ah,
I'm like, now that I got the hang of it,
mm.
it's kind of like now I'm like, I missed so many days I could have been online, bro.
No, I gotta tell.
Just
I
being
tell artists
shy.
all the time, hey, don't shy away from being a personality. Marvel is where it is
Mm.
because Stan Lee was everywhere, shopping everything. He was
Uh,
on all of those interviews and everything, talking about the weird comic book things with the serious
talking
TV.
smack,
He was telling people, yeah,
telling
no,
DC what it is.
yeah, dog. Yeah, man. So don't be afraid to be a personality. That's what DC suffered from, I think, personally. They didn't have a Stan Lee like that.
Oh,
I personally think so
oh,
because Stan Lee was a great storyteller, but he was also a great showman. Like he was always there at the cons and people were lining up and he was always making cameos in his movies. Well, I mean, not his movies, but his character property movies and stuff. And that I'm sure it boosted everything of Marvel. I don't think Marvel would be where it is today if Stan Lee didn't do what he did personally.
oh, okay. Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of weight to what you're saying. Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually see it that
So
way. Yeah, yeah.
I definitely like. I know if you guys are camera shot, you don't have to be entertaining per se, but as long as you're there, somebody's gonna find you. You don't have to be.
Lies, bro.
You don't have to be into. You don't have to
I
be.
would not watch me. I would not watch me. That's the right. This is one time. This yesterday, I live streamed for the first time on Instagram. I was like, bro, this content, I would not even watch it. Why is any? It blew my mind. People
You
are even
got
watching this
skills,
stuff.
bro. You got skills.
No
And unlike a
man.
lot of artists, bro, you talkative. I'm telling you, I was on that live. It was a good live, even if you don't think it was. Don't worry about it. I've
I
seen
don't think
bad
that's
lives. I've
the
seen
trait,
bad
bro.
lives. I've seen bad lives. Trust me. I've seen lives where it's been dry, Sahara dry.
Bro. So you're trying to say like my, you're trying to say my talkativeness is actually like winning me points this time around. Because
Yes,
usually it
yes,
doesn't.
yes. No, for
And now
this,
I'll try it,
for
bro. I'll
this,
try more of
for
it.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that smack talking, it helps. It
Yeah.
helps immensely.
Okay.
All right, man.
No, no,
So,
I'm gonna take notes, bro. I'm gonna take notes.
hey,
Yeah.
dog, pick my brain if ever you want to. Been at this for about 3 years now. So if you ever want
Yeah.
anything, yeah, if you ever want to know anything
No,
about
no, I think
anything
we
that
should
I
do
can
that.
help, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what this whole thing is
Especially
about.
that offer that you once. Like, I'm not sure if I'm cutting you or like am I
No, no, no.
dropping some spoilers, but I remember that thing that we were talking about where you were like you're gonna be like helping guys with their own store, blah 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 blah. I don't know, is it spoilers?
No, we can talk about it. We can talk about it.
That program that you kind of wanted to do.
Oh yeah, we can talk
Remember?
about it. We can talk about it, sir. Yeah, don't shy away from me.
No, no, I thought it was spoiler because like
Nah,
we
I don't think so.
it's still in the future, so I was like,
I
they
don't
know
think so.
this.
I don't think so. I don't think it's a spoiler. We can talk about it. So we talking about
No, okay, so
with is it the video game thing or was it the? I'm
the,
trying to remember now.
the comic book thing where you like you wanted to like help review people's like comic books and
Oh no,
I
that is not a spoiler. That
oh
is
yeah.
happening. Yeah, that is happening actually.
So this is it.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
well, no. This is not it. This is a different type of
okay,
content.
okay,
This is
okay.
a different type of content. Like your stuff,
Okay.
I'm planning to review very soon. I'm actually making my notes now on all of that stuff. So
Oh,
I'm
okay, okay,
planning
okay.
to, yeah, I'm in the editing process. I've got like 6 things going on. I'm also doing gaming and all of that
And the
stuff.
skits,
Yeah, and skits.
Instagram posts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we
a
see
busy
you. We
dude.
see you.
I'm just trying to make some money now.
Oh man, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Anyway,
Especially the time, like I remember those posts that you
yeah.
used to have about like Ghost of Tsushima, how you're like, oh man,
Oh
I
yeah,
dropped so
yeah,
much money, and that was
yeah.
just straight after you got a commission from me. On so the whole time I was just like, man, I made this guy broke though, because that was straight
Ah,
after.
I made myself broke, man. I made myself that piece you did for me. Actually, I'd love to talk about it a little bit. So I
Oh yeah,
commissioned
yeah, yeah.
you. I
Sorry, I'm
commissioned
cutting
you
you off.
for a character of mine that's been actually getting a lot of play. Um,
Hatred,
yes, hatred,
really?
hatred. Yeah, it's been getting a lot of play and everything. I hope it's brought some traffic to you because a lot of people have been like, it's a really dope piece and everything. And yeah, so
Yeah.
that character talk, when my stuff drops, then I'll be talking more about that in depth because I'm trying to save that
Uh-huh.
because I don't think
Oh
bruhs are
yeah, like,
ready.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Now
don't think
those are
niggas are
spoilers.
ready. I don't think niggas are ready for what that
No,
character.
no, they need to hear it, bro. They need to hear it because I think there's too much of one-sided kind of like message. Let's hear the other side. Let's flip the coin. Let's flip the
Hey,
coin.
it's going to make so many people upset at me. Hey, but anyway, yeah. So yeah, you did that commission for me. It was
Yeah,
really, yeah, it was really really dope and everything. And I just wanted to talk
mm.
about your process a little bit. Actually, I wanted to get into like you pick up
Oh
you
yeah,
pick up the pen. You just you sent me a couple of sketches first. So do you always do that with all of your
yeah.
characters? Do you always have like 5 sketches before you decide on a design?
Well, yeah, like yeah, because like what usually happens is like it's kind of like to my benefit. It's in fact it's to the benefit of the commission the guy who's commissioning the artwork and stuff like that. Because what I noticed is that it's sometimes it's not fun to just draw like 15 different variations and stuff,
Mm,
but what tends to happen when you when people have their own designs and stuff like that is there's like what's in your head. Okay, what I think you think you know what I mean, like when you're communicating, especially when it's not face to face and you don't have references that are good and stuff like that. What you're envisioning is kind of offset from what I'm thinking that you think. So it's always good to have like let's say drafts, ready so that the guy goes, oh, I like because like sometimes I can even create a design that you weren't even thinking of, and you're like, oh no, in fact this actually works better. But if you limit it to just that one, there's some artists that are like that, like who just draw the one thing because like people just come to them for that one look or that one design. So they just like they say, hey man, it's just like let's just say Rick and Morty or Simpsons. There's
mm,
only so many ways you can just draw a Simpsons
mm.
caricature. So it's like once it's done, it's done. You don't think about but then is my nose kind of bigger than it's the Simpsons style. But then I guess if you want to broaden your I guess what you call those things, like
Horizons.
conceptual, like ideas. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah,
It's
no,
it's it's I think it's fun, but then some people don't think it's fun because it's like extra work. But then it's always good to spread your ideas around.
Nah,
You never know
that
what
was
comes
really
up.
cool because like the end product, I was very happy with it. One and the design
Oh,
that you
thank
came
you,
up
man.
with. Yeah, no, dude. Well, hey,
Yeah,
yeah, no, and the
I
end
actually
design.
enjoyed.
Oh, sorry. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
cutting you off.
No, no, no. I also enjoyed. I just mess up his name. Ah, I just know him from the con, but I don't remember. If you're watching this in the future, I messed up your name. The other guy, the one you had him like he was the one. I think it's episode 3. I'm hoping
Oh, are
it's
you talking
episode
about
3. You had him on.
Mo Lycan? Are you talking about Muhammad Hussein?
Yes, Molike. That's the one. See, I
Yeah.
didn't want to butcher his name. You see, so
Ah,
yeah,
okay,
him.
cool,
He
cool,
had a
cool.
variation. I enjoy that one too.
Oh,
But
yeah,
anyways, as
yeah.
you were saying.
Yeah. No, yeah, I was
Yeah.
saying that that end design that we came up to, because I'm gonna be using both your designs. I'm just
Mm.
gonna be using his design for basically Hatred's henchman. That's what I have in the story. Because I feel like
Oh,
his
like
I feel
followers and like
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I feel like the
yeah,
aesthetic is
here, here,
it's
here.
gonna blend in really nicely. So that's what I have for the idea of my story and everything. But yeah, I was saying that the design that we ended up
Mm.
coming to was really cool because like
Oh,
the four options you gave me, three of them
yeah.
were like, I didn't even think of that. And I understand why he did. Oh, that looks really cool. That could mean so many things and the symbolism and all of that stuff. So yeah, I really,
Oh,
really
thanks,
liked the
man. Thanks.
variations, man. You serious about your craft. Speaking of which,
Hmm.
what was the catalyst? What made you want to draw? Like what made you want to pick up the pen and do all of this stuff?
Oh, well, like if you really want me to be honest, like I wasn't like envisioning myself as being like an artist or anything like that. I was just always like that kid in school that used to be like, oh, he's super good at drawing. Hey, you be the guy who draws the diagrams in school and stuff. So I used to always be annoyed by it. But then I remember because that's what used to happen in primary school. I was just like, I won't say I was better than other people, but people were like, wow, draw me this and draw me that. I
Mm.
remember this was pre-internet, so like our cousins. It was a bit of a different landscape in Zimbabwe. We didn't have. It's not like in South Africa where you had SABCs and all that stuff. You guys used to watch Dragon Ball Z, but we needed satellite TV to watch that stuff. So our information on things like Dragon Ball Z and stuff, we loved it, but we didn't know much about it. And as I think you even know this, that like our Dragon Ball Z was like way behind from like where everyone else's Dragon Ball Z
Ah,
episodes were. Like we were
okay.
still like in the Frieza saga when everyone was like finished with that stuff. So our cousins who were in England, it's not like they were in England. They were like their dad was a missionary or something like that. So like they would often travel there, like every 2 years or so. So they would come back with like books and manga and things like that. So we would know like what would be happening in the future and stuff like because like we had the material. They would tell us, no, it's like this. No, read this book. What? And what would happen is like I would draw those things. So people were like, oh man, dude, where are you getting this stuff? How did you know you predicted everything? I'm like, no, guys, it's because you get detached and we don't have the episodes that So everyone always used to think I was like this guy who was on level. So they would. It's not that I was better. It's just that like people would encourage me because like they would want their own. Like they didn't have the book, so they would want me to have to copy it and then give it to. We didn't have. I was a kid. I didn't think of printers and we didn't have things like that. So I think that was what happened in high school. I mean, in primary school. And in high school, I quickly found out that like that was the quickest way to get free like scores and marks because I was good at it already. Anything I did at that time was like wow, you like you got an A, you got a B, and I did little effort. So to me, it was like a free pass. So I just wrote it along. I wasn't super into this stuff. I only started taking it seriously after high school when I was supposed to put together a portfolio for
Mm.
a university. I was applying to go to like it was a trade school, but then it was like for architecture, but the design aspect of architecture, not like civil engineering or anything like that. But then while I was doing that, like I ended up getting a job for Photoshop. I didn't know how to use it, but the guy had internet, and he was like, "Dude, you don't need to know how you don't need have to be like a graphic designer or anything. Just watch the tutorial." And that was how I got into tutorials. I didn't
Uh,
I didn't go to graphic designs and nothing. He was like, "Dude, you're wasting your money going to like graphics. Just watch this thing. You're good." And since then, it's just been like that, just tutorials. I just had a job. I ended up not going to that trade school, and it just got a job and another job and another, and just kept going. And now we have comic books and stuff.
Hey, hey, but I just want to say that
Well,
for everybody watching, all right, that works for
hmm.
some people sometimes. Like if you
It
do
doesn't- I would recommend it.
just go. You know,
That's
tutorials.
that was a good disclaimer
Yeah,
there.
tutorials can work for some people, not everybody. I just think because some people go, oh man,
Woo!
just watch tutorials, and then they're there 6 months later, it's not working. It's like you don't learn that way, ma'am.
It's like Afro Tokyo destroyed my career because they said watch tutorials.
I don't put that
No,
on
no, no.
any
I
of
like that. I
us.
love that. I love
Don't
that.
put that on any of us.
I never met someone who hit the disclaimer.
We have to. In this day and age, people hold you accountable. They will cancel you, chief.
Like, dude, my life is ruined because of you.
It's like, no, your life is
I
ruined
never
because
thought
you
of it that
listen
way.
to me. I don't control that stuff.
Yeah.
That's
No,
definitely
no,
one
no,
thing
no.
I
I
want
feel
to
you.
say about. That's definitely
Never
one thing
thought
I
of
want to
it
say
that way.
about being a personality. Sometimes people put you on too
Mm.
high a pedestal, and it's like, chief, I just gave you my life experience. Like,
Yeah, that was just my slice. Like it just worked for me.
yeah,
I
you
can't,
know.
subscribe it to you, man. That's
I
very
mean, you
true. That's
can
very true,
try,
man.
and if it works, great. If it doesn't, you figure something else out.
Oh, that's very
Now,
true, man. Oh no.
hey man, like I'm just
Yeah.
prepping you. I'm just prepping you. Internet is crazy. It's wild, wild west out here.
Oh yeah, bro. It's like you're prepping me for like all the
Yeah, yeah.
potential, I
I'm just
guess, like
potential because
aspiring.
even a black dude in Zimbabwe doing manga.
Hmm.
What? What? How? It's like, other people like manga.
Oh,
you know,
oh
mangaka
man.
mangaka can come from anybody now because manga is worldwide.
Yeah.
I get that it's Japanese, but
Yeah.
other people can make it. There's no
Yeah. Like the,
it's like hip
yeah,
hop.
that's very
Everybody
true.
raps. It's like hip hop. Everybody raps. Like everyone raps. Like
Rockers rap now, pop singers like what you call this country. Everyone does it now.
yeah. So I
It's
mean, you can
crazy.
relax. You can relax. Speaking of which, I want to
Oh
talk
man.
about like the
Mm.
formation of Afro Tokyo, the company and everything. How did that come together? If you don't mind
Oh,
telling that story.
oh no, no problem. It was actually it's that I have very long-winded stories, so I
Hey,
don't really
this is what a
file
podcast
it
is
down.
for.
But
This is what the podcast is for, man. Tell your
I guess
story.
so, man. I guess I guess so. I think it was like okay. We were part of this like Comicon. Like, oh, in fact, like what happened was that after school, even though it was like that's how I learned how to do Photoshop and stuff like that. But we always had ideas that we wanted to bring about. I remember on like I don't know if you have it in South Africa, like how is that in Zimbabwe we have is it a Form 4 and upper and lower 6? I don't know if you guys do that. Like, do you have a break in between
I
like high
think
school?
we used to do that, but now we just call it grade
But
one,
then
two,
you
three, four,
don't.
five.
You just go straight through.
Yeah, we just go like
I think you
yeah.
guys only have like 5 grades, right?
No, we got one to
In high
seven.
school.
Oh, in high school we have five. Yeah, it was
Oh,
eight, nine,
yeah,
10, 11. Yeah, 12. Five, five, five. Yeah, you're right.
5. Yeah. Ours we have like 6, and then yeah, okay, yeah. So it's wait a minute. Yeah,
Is
we
this
have
why
grades.
all the
Okay.
Zimbabweans are super geniuses? like
Yeah.
y'all
Well,
just
it's not the case.
y'all just in super
Not
school.
really.
Y'all just
And
doing super education at this point.
I think what happens is like because like upper six the like I guess isn't we have 4, right? So it's sort of similar to your like how you guys matriculate and stuff. Like you guys it's way more, it's a little bit more advanced than Form 4, but then yours is like it's kind of just a little bit extra from Form 4. But us guys,
Okay.
the other 2 years, if you think about it, they're like little bits like they're like prep for university. If you think about it, they don't say it is, but then some of the subjects you guys do in university and then college are kind of covered very lightly in upper 6 and lower 6, in my opinion. So
You're not
when we
helping
go
the
to school, you guys are
argument.
like,
We're still looking at you as super geniuses now.
it's cheating because we have pre-college and you guys don't. So when you go to university, you're like, oh, these guys know everything. No, it's because we had pre-college.
Hey,
My
are you
opinion, they
listening?
don't call it
Educational
pre-college.
Department of South Africa, are you listening? I hope they're watching.
No, I'm doing you guys a solid. I'm trying to give
Yeah,
you a pass,
I
bro.
mean, are you watching? Are you watching?
I'm-
Oh wait, sorry, I interrupted your story.
No. I was trying to give you guys a pass though. I'm trying to say no, we ain't smart. It's just that we cheating. But
Okay,
whatever,
that's
man.
what you call it. All right, all right.
That's the story I'm going with.
Okay, okay. Aware. All right. So yeah,
Okay.
you did your
Oh yeah,
your
yeah.
pre university, and then what happened?
Oh, so there's like, so there's this. We do like a test so that you can get into like upper six and stuff like that. So during that test, like how like everyone has that story, especially in Africa, how it's like we didn't know it was called anime and manga. We just like used to watch Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon, but we didn't know. You just used to know that these are like different cartoons
Yeah,
from
everybody's like a
American
cartoon is a
cartoons, but
cartoon is a cartoon.
it's because I think it's because the voice acting is the same, so you're like
Mm,
but then
mm.
you could tell that this is kind of better quality than this other stuff, or like a different kind of quality. So
And
it's
then
like that's
also
how
you
we
would
got
see,
introduced. Hmm.
and then also you would see
Oh,
like
sorry.
Frieza. Sorry, like you'd see Frieza blow somebody up, and you're just like, wait, that happens in
Yeah.
cartoons? You see like Vegeta slice people's heads off, and you're like, wait, what's happening here?
But did that just happen? Yeah. But well, it wasn't as jarring for me, but you know how everyone has that story. But for me, I don't know why it wasn't jarring. I don't know. Because like it didn't like come across like, oh, that's kind of weird that like people are dying. And I don't know, there were like how there's some of these, like, let's say Helsing kind of, how they send in anime manga.
Yeah,
I don't know
say
what you call the
yeah,
graphic
yeah.
version of
Say I
anime.
think seinen or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, exactly, that's the one. I don't know what you call the animated version of that, but then yeah, I think those ones used to shock me, but not so much like yeah, I don't know why.
No, I mean
Everyone
Dragon
has that
Ball Z
story, but I
tricks
don't.
you. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z tricks you with the violence because
See,
it looks kiddie.
kind of
Then
violent
when you
though.
think about it, you're just like, that's actually pretty terrible. Like what happened to
Yeah,
Yamcha? What happened to Yamcha?
yeah.
That was horrible. And
It was
everybody clowns him. Oh, everybody clowns
very
Yamcha.
cloudy. Oh man, that kind of is horrible.
Yeah, he got blown up
Everyone.
point blank. I was like, okay.
I
And
guess it's
you're
kind
just
of
like,
like a conditioning. It's getting you ready for worse things to
yeah, because manga's always doing that, eh?
come. Man, I mean, yeah, man, I guess so. I guess so. But anyways, it's like okay, where was I?
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm
yeah.
trying to explain.
Sorry,
I'm
we
trying to
went
explain about like
on a
the
tangent. Go ahead,
the
go ahead.
the upper six thing. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think I remember now. So it was like in upper six, like we didn't really know what that stuff was until like there was a grade below what I was, and they were like super into it. They're like, oh, there's this thing called, because internet wasn't always in Zimbabwe, right? Like we had it as dial-up, but then only like rich people and NGOs used to have it. So it only started coming in like in the form of like cellular data and stuff like that later on. I think maybe into the 2010s. So we were kind of behind on that one. But then when we got it, people started like download illegally, pirating. Are we allowed to have people watching this? We started to acquire
Yeah.
content online.
Yeah. No, nobody heard
Yeah,
that. Continue.
through means, and then and sharing those means, and then so like it was just like some media that people were just starting to consume and things like that. And then like we really like the format, especially back in those days. It was so hard to get anime, but then it was so easy to get manga. So we started falling in love with the medium and stuff. Like, wow, look, it's like one-to-one with the thing. Everyone wanted to have their own like anime out or video game. And then my brother's the one who usually like he binged the hell out of that stuff, right? So he has like all these stories that he just wanted to tell. And then for me, how Afro Tokyo started was that like because I used to see how a lot of people had like everyone had stories to tell, but they just didn't. You know how like life happens, and then everyone has like a book, like with the lines, and then they were drawing their like kitty imagination type of things. And it just used to dawn to me like, wow, all those markers and all those books and I guess ideas are just in a shelf somewhere in everyone's house, and nobody's tapping into that. And they're probably like really good ideas in there, and it's just like people just have lives. They just become doctors, and every time you go to Comic-Con, you meet one guy like, man, I wanted to do this, man. I love anime, I love like manga, but life just gets you, man, and you're just there and like.
Well, I want to say
So,
this.
anyways, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I
No,
was
go
going to
on.
say this before you continue your story. I want to say this. Look,
Yeah.
if you really want to do this, like for me, I'm a programmer. It takes up a lot of my
Mm-hmm.
time. I get
Oh.
home at like 6 o'clock sometimes, 5 o'clock sometimes. I
Oh.
get home really late, and I still edit. I still write. I still like. If you really want it, please, you have to go for it. Like my goal is to
Gotta put
make
in the effort, man.
this my profession, like to make podcasting, to make creating stuff, to make this my profession.
Oh.
So like right now, just before this whole call, I was just finishing a
Yes.
13-hour edit, and I just had to put that up. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but if you really want it and it's really in you and it's your passion, don't just give up and
Mm.
become a doctor. There's enough. There's always going to be a doctor. Always. I promise you, there's always going to be somebody who wants to save lives. I promise you. But I want to also
Yeah,
say that
that's true.
this kind of also saves lives in a way as well. Like a lot of people with
Yeah,
this
man.
gear and this content,
Inspirational, man.
yeah, it saves lives. So just go for it. Don't just give up is what I'm saying. Like I don't have a
Facts, bro.
don't have a box, don't have a shelf somewhere with all the great stories that you never wanted to tell. Even if you just tell them and you don't want to make money off or be famous, but at least put them
Yeah.
out there. Accomplish your goals. This is possible. Anyway,
And
inspirational moment.
I totally agree, man. But then even the other side of that coin, as you were saying, like it actually goes to show why some people end up pursuing things and some people don't, because like there need to be doctors out there and stuff like that, and like maybe that passion that they had wasn't that strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though I'm saying everyone had
Yeah.
imaginations
Yeah.
and ideas,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I
it actually
definitely
makes a lot of
believe.
sense.
Yeah, I definitely believe that.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm like, you wanted to be a doctor, which is cool, You know what I'm saying? But yeah, don't give me that whole spiel of I really
I
wanted
always
to do
wanted to
this.
do
I
this.
always wanted to do it. It's like, yeah, you can. You can if you want.
Yeah.
Just be honest
Especially
with
now,
yourself.
there's like no excuse.
Yeah. Yeah, just be
Just to go
honest with
back to
yourself.
that, like the tutorials, even though we're not a disclaimer, we're not recommending it. Anyone can learn anything,
Yeah.
almost
No,
anything.
almost
Yeah.
anything. Anyone can learn almost anything. And especially when it comes to mediums like this, I definitely tell everybody all the time. Like for me, I tried to learn how to draw. I learned how to write and all of that stuff. And I had to learn how to edit and be on camera. Some of my early stuff is horrible. Ooh, it's bad. Ooh, it's so bad.
It can't be that bad, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you go back to my other channel, Buckmeister Cool Reacts, and you see some of my old videos, oh
Yeah.
god, you're just like,
Ooh.
what? Just why?
Like, what were you trying to? That's not what I was trying to say.
Like when I hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm gonna be reacting to some of my old videos, and you're just gonna see it is bad.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, just start
Oh
is what I
man.
always tell anybody. If it's really your dream and
Yeah.
your passion, just start. Okay, so anyway,
Yeah. Just.
you're getting books,
Yeah.
right? And you're about to form Afro Tokyo. I think that's where you were in your story. I keep interrupting you. My bad.
Yeah. I think it's a bit long-winded, but like I think the gist of it was that like we had stories, we liked the medium, and the reason particularly that why we liked the medium is because like we could see it translate into other things like video games and anime, right? We're just like, dude, why isn't anyone like on this? Because look, if it gets picked up like by Shonen, back then, Shonen Jump and stuff like that, you can just get an anime, fans and all that stuff, and it just seemed like so streamlined. And then I guess that's how we got into entering competitions. So that's how this is before Afro Tokyo started. But then how we started was that my brother and I were like we collaborated on like creating stories, and we entered a few competitions or a lot of competitions and won few of them. And then I guess that's what got us picked up by a company called Comixpo. It's a convention, a comic book convention, the only one of its kind in Zimbabwe. because we only have one. You guys are like the M&M's worth of M&M colors worth of
no,
cons. We
dude.
just have the
No,
one.
no, 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 no. We just got Comicon. We just got Comicon. We have nothing here.
What are you
It's
talking
dry.
about?
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Like Cape Town.
Dude, see, this, you know what? Stop the screen. Stop this. If you edit this out, in fact, no, keep it in there. If you edit this out, I'm coming for you.
Okay. Wait.
Right?
Okay, let me
Okay.
finish what I'm saying.
I thought you froze there, but then I
Let
was
me
like,
finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what
bro,
I'm saying.
there's something I have to. I'm addressing South Africans. Whoever South African like lives in South Africa who's watching this, you guys have this weird habit. Like I go there, like, cause like I've only been to two cons, one in Cape Town and one in Joburg, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys were like in Joburg, you don't even know anything that's happening in Cape Town, like nothing. You're not even interested in it at all, bro.
All
What's
right.
up, man? There's like
Okay.
4 or 5 cons in Cape Town,
Let's
bro.
talk about it then. Let's talk about it then. Okay. So yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. All right.
What about FanCon, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. Look. Okay. So the thing is that with
Okay,
Cape Town,
go.
yeah, with Cape Town, it's
Yeah.
kind of all right, so I don't want to go too much into the history of South Africa or whatever.
Okay.
That's just I'm going to be inviting all sorts of issues. But the point is that Cape Town has been kind of, but anyway, Cape Town has been kind of isolated. It has a bit of an isolationist culture, so it feels like it's a different city entirely or a different part of South Africa entirely to everywhere else. So whereas you may want to go to Cape Town, it doesn't feel like, and I think maybe a lot can be said about like provinces and stuff because it's just different provinces in general. So they'll be having different cultures and stuff. But like, yeah, like Jersey is very business centric and Cape Town,
Yeah.
I guess it's also business centric because it's expensive, but it's a lot more artsy. So I think like a lot of art stuff flies that side versus here in Jersey. So a lot of the cons never translated over. So it felt like a Cape Town thing. So that's why a lot of people don't know about the stuff in Cape Town. Like if I had the ability to fly to Cape Town every time there was a con, I'd probably be there. But at the same time, Cape Town hasn't.
Well, they're not that big though. But then
Yeah, but I'm saying
anyways,
there.
give
And I'm
that
saying,
time coin to drop.
and for me personally, I feel like there hasn't been enough of a push to bring that stuff over to other places. So I think if that look, but I mean, this is a problem generally in Africa, in my personal opinion. Like we don't celebrate cons. We don't do cons. Like I would love to go to a con in the Congo. I'd love to go to a con in Ghana. I would love to have cons all over the continent. That would be amazing in my opinion. I mean, that's my goal.
Great.
That's my goal of all of the stuff that I'm doing is that I want to try.
Like checklist all the cons.
Yep. Even if I have to make them myself. Even if I have to make them myself. Like
traveling con.
I don't want
traveling circus.
Yeah, I don't want Comicon to be the only thing we get. I don't want Comicon Africa to be the only thing we get. I want cons all year long. I want people to be working all year long. It's an ambitious dream, and everybody looks at me like you are Chris. You are Chris.
But it's possible, bro.
But I'm saying also to their point, I am crazy. Like I know I am. So you have
to be crazy, man. This is where all the good ideas come from, bro. You have to be.
So yeah, man. So I actually just wanted to also talk about breaking down your company structure because I think that would also be interesting. So
I see this is a problem. I didn't get. Okay, long story short, three brothers got together, made a company. I'm just sorry. I just to sum it up because it's just too long. Sorry, but anyways, it's kind of like it was a con, and then like they knew about us because of the competition that we used to like. So like because they were trying to bring a con together, so they needed comic book artists, right? So they scrapped everyone in. Bill ended up coming in later after he was done with school, and then that's when the first Comic-Con happened, and we needed a name. To like brand our stuff. In fact, at first we didn't have a name. We just had our own comic books there. And then the thing is, at that con, the same with Comic-Con, like not yours. You guys don't have this problem because you cater for anime people, even though it's very small catering for.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have any presence, and we're like, dudes, black people are anime, bro. Like we don't like. Okay, besides because this was before MCU popping off. This was when Iron Man was still there. Like. We know of Iron Man and Superman and like we know DC and stuff, but anime is black people, man. Service your anime, and they didn't want to do it. So what we wanted to do, we wanted to become the niche, like, because everyone else was just doing comic books, right? And we had that angle. We had the Afro Tokyo thing. So we wanted to, I guess, have a body inside the con, not like as if to make another con in the con, but that catered for that crowd. Because like we used to see like, dudes, because at the time, like, MCU was popping off, so they were seeing the fame of that and saying that, dudes, comic books are, you know this, right? Like how like here we were like, comic books are popping. If you have your comic book deal, look, Disney just bought it for blah blah blah, and everyone thought like comic books was the the over the bee's knees. And but anyway, so that's how we got the name. We started branding our comic books to differentiate ourselves from everyone else's kinds of comic books. And then all these possibilities started happening, like we harkening back to that story that I was telling you about my brother, like how we had all these guys who had stories and were like, dude, why don't you just try using manga for a change? Because it translates so well into like other properties. The roadmap for that is not a stretch of the imagination from a comic. Comic book is kind of in the air. Like, you can have a comic book, but it doesn't always automatically mean TV show and video game or cartoon. But in a manga, you can only, it only goes, in a certain direction, I guess. So that's the direction we wanted to go with. And then after that, we're just con, then you guys.
Hey,
and I met you.
Hey, yeah, and I got
That's how it is, man.
I got to interview you guys in my vlog. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for doing that as well.
I don't really like online stuff, bro. Like, this is literally the first time. I like challenges. Like, you know how like this con is like different and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll sign up for anything new, but yeah, online is not my thing, bro.
You're doing great, actually. I would suggest like starting a YouTube channel, actually.
Really? Oh no, sorry. My computer is switched off.
That's cool.
Switched on again.
Is that sounding like JoJo in the background? That sounded like JoJo for a second. I don't know if I'm off.
I don't know, bro. This is like SoundCloud because this computer doesn't have Spotify. It's just on random, and it's showing all kinds of
at least
Chinese. I'm saying Chinese, Japanese translations. I don't know which one it is.
Hey, at least it's not one of those other things. You know what I'm saying? The other stuff that people ain't supposed to be hearing on the internet so much.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be awkward.
That reminds me. Let me delete some tabs here. Woo! Make sure not to press that screen share.
All right. So I want to switch gears for a second, right? I want to switch gears. So let's talk bot, because bot is what I got right now, and it's what I've been reading and everything.
Oh,
Oh, is that how you say it? BAWT, bot?
Yeah, like yeah. I wanted it to be like the word bout is fighting.
Oh,
like VOUT. So it's like I kind of wanted the name without like using a trademark word, and it looked kind of like WWE because like the word bout just sounds boring. I mean, it looks boring with the O and the U. Yeah, no, but the W, bro, it looks like WWE, bro.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's got a WWE vibe to it. I wanted to ask you about that because there's a lot of trash talking, a lot of snack talking.
Yeah, bro, that's how.
A lot of you going down, bro. You going down, brother. You going down. It's going down, brother.
comes with the territory, bro.
Yeah, so I wanted to say, what was the genesis of that? What was the genesis of that story? It's pretty cool. I'm gonna be reviewing it soon, so I want everybody to check that out. Bro.
I've noticed a lot of Africans like bout. I don't know why. Like in the international, quote unquote, not black people.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, the one you call Reaper's Reaper. They like that one. They like that one better.
Oh.
But then, with bout it was like that one. It was my brother's story. But it's like I drew this. Okay. I think it was. I don't know if you know this movie that was there a long time ago that was called "Here Comes the Boom."
Oh,
like a MMA type of like it's Kevin James. I forget the story. I don't remember the story.
I think he was a principal or something, and he had to go into the MMA.
You're actually telling me because I don't remember it.
Yeah. I'm,
I
I'm
just
trying to
remember I watched
remember. I'm
it.
trying to remember. Like I just remember, yeah, he
Yeah,
was there, and I think he was in a school or something, and he
I
had to
think
turn
so.
his life around using MMA or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, it's
not.
actually coming back to me
I,
kind
I
of.
I watched it, but a long time ago also. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh, oh yeah, no, you're actually quite right about that. Oh, okay. Huh. But anyways, like, so he watched that show. Like, I think that was his like. Okay, we've all known about like MMA, and they used to just keep talking about it in movies and stuff. But I come to think of it, like the guy who created it just dawned to my ear, like in my head. The guy who made I mean who directed like the Mandalorian guy, the Iron Man guy. So is it
No, wow.
about yeah
No, I know his name. I know his name.
Favreau?
Yeah, Favreau.
Favreau?
Yeah, John Favreau. John
I think
Favreau.
so.
John
I
Favreau. Yeah.
I remember this one episode, like, because the only other time I remember, like, the earliest time I heard about MMA besides like Bruce Lee stuff was like Friends. There was this one episode where one of them was dating a rich guy and he was like super into it, but then like you get into fights and then you'd come back all bruised up and she was like, oh, I don't know which one of the Friends ladies, but anyways, like it just dawned to my head like, hey, wait a minute, that was John Favreau in that. He was
Oh,
like this
it
rich dude. But
was.
anyways, like,
Oh, how?
it was him.
Oh,
You remember? Yeah, it
yeah.
just dawned to me now.
Oh my gosh.
I think it was. Like, we'd have to check. We'd
Yeah,
have
I
to check
think
later. But
maybe.
anyways, yeah, I think so. Yeah,
And that,
it was him. Yeah, that was like the first time I heard about this like MMA ultimate fighting stuff. Like it was just like that gimmicky. It was nowhere near to like a boxing or anything like that. But then I think that movie is the one that made us think, whoa, man, like MMA is like look at the graphic design. Everyone's so hyped up for it, and it was looking cool and stuff. And I think the other thing was that and how he made them, because like the guy has this blue motif, like the main character, Nash Keelix. He has this like the blue getup, and his friend, his I guess his best friend has like yellow. So
yeah.
he had them as analoguses for Sonic the Hedgehog, right? So that's where we were getting their character traits from, kind of.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah,
You
this was
know what?
before that one. I forget the name. There's this anime that sort of like tries to do like Sonic and Mario, like they make these characters and they do the. That was before that.
Oh,
We didn't
Death
copy that
Battle.
thing.
Are you talking about Death
I, for,
Battle?
I it wasn't no, it wasn't. It's an actual anime that like it's like
Uh,
I forget what they call it, saga or something. I forget what it's called. I would have to Google it. See, it
yeah,
shows to show
that's
like what kind of weebs we know. What do we know?
yeah. What do
Hey,
we know?
my
This
name is
whole
Afro Tokyo
podcast
and
is a
Inspirational, but know
fake.
nothing.
This is a fake. They're liars. It's they're
Fake
typing it right
weebs.
now. Right now, somebody's going, "Is this a lie?"
I'm trying to Google it right now, trying to get some cred. Nah, it's not gonna work, bro. It's
Hey, dude.
over. It's
Hey,
late.
dude. You know how you fix this? You
Because
just say Zawardo, and they leave you alone.
editing.
You just say
It's
Zawardo.
oh,
Yeah,
he's
you're
one
done.
of us. One of us.
And then you just go
Oh
muda muda
man.
muda 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 muda, and then they'd never question you ever again. That's the ultimate weak password.
This is the wee password. To get you in the club. Oh
Yeah,
man.
man.
Never thought of it that way.
Nah, hey, dude, I'm
Well,
telling you,
anyways, yeah.
JoJo.
So it
Yeah,
was like it was just a cool concept, and then like there was this was before that Comic Expo stuff. So it's like I think at the time that was the first time we had seen a competition, but from Shonen Jump, right?
mm,
So like they wanted a one shot, and I'm like, dude, this would be so cool if we like we try and enter this competition, just entering. This is a long time ago. We were like young, like I think I was just out of high school when that happened. But my brothers were still in high school and stuff like that. And then like I had the time at the I just finished. I was like At first I was like man, manga man, I ain't, because I used to coast through school through like arts. Like I was like I just draw, but I didn't see myself as like this awesome artist type person who's I didn't think there was a future in it, because like we're in Zimbabwe, so there are not a lot of avenues for art. So I used to be like I can draw, so the logical thing would be an architect, because there's a career there. But then
Yeah,
things like
yeah.
that. But anyways, let's go back to
Well,
the
it's good to know
bounty.
that there's a career in this
Yeah,
as well. Like I just want to
yeah, no,
stress, yeah, I want to stress this whole thing.
yeah,
Like Comicon Africa, well, not that like I wish it
yeah.
didn't take Comicon Africa, but I think the thing is that
Mm.
with this podcast and me reviewing, because I just signed up for I think they called VTEX or Vortex Comics, where they have comics posted up on there as
Yeah,
well. Yeah, I signed up for their service and I'm planning to review their stuff as well. For me, I'm like,
that's
we
great, man.
got an industry here. We got an industry in Africa, and I want to, because my audience, like the people who are probably going to see this, they're not from here. They're more like in
Yeah.
America and Canada and like France and stuff, according to my analytics.
Oh, you got the demographics. You got the
Yeah. So I'm trying to push Africa to the world instead of the world always pushing stuff to us.
oh, that's the angle. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the angle. So I'm just
No,
saying, like, for
no, it's
anybody
quite
who
a
is,
novel. Yeah,
yeah, so anybody who is doing this stuff, there is avenues for this. I'm telling you right now. Like, I'm
oh
even
yeah,
planning
true.
to do free
I
promotion
didn't
and all
know
of
them, but
that
they
stuff
did.
as well. I'm even planning to do free promotion
Mm,
and stuff as well to see if I can get people out there like that. That's great. That's great, man. That's great. All right.
no,
So I
that's
noticed.
how that got started. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no,
No.
the bout that
Go
is.
ahead.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. What you
No,
saying?
I was just rounding that up. As I'm like, that's how bout got started. Like it was, basically entering and yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Next question, I guess.
Next question. I'm trying to think now. I'm like, I forgot my notes.
So the problem with me in the podcast is I always did it. I always like join all these points into
Nah,
my conversation and then
it's cool. It's cool, dude. We're the same. We're the same. Like I ramble all the time. You can ask my family. They're like, he won't shut up.
you just shut up and get to your point.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
we go,
yeah.
bro.
It's
We have
like,
to spend like
yeah,
30 minutes on one point.
yeah. I'm like that. I'm like that.
Oh man.
I'm like that. I am so like that. So I have
Oh,
no qualms about that. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about is,
mm.
so you got a huge anime motif, manga motif, seen it in all your stuff. You're
Yeah.
practically doing mangas right now. You're not really doing comic books. I haven't seen like comic book stuff from you,
Yeah,
superhero
yeah.
stuff, because a lot of your characters have those manga things going on. I need to know
Yeah.
top five anime, top five anime all time. I'll give
Oh,
you my
dude,
list.
I
I'll
don't
give
even
you my
have.
list.
I don't do lists, bro.
Come on,
I do not do lists. I remember like
come
there's
on.
this
Just
one group that we're in.
yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. This is a strict rule. I only have dang, bro.
All
I
right,
have
just
this
five off the
philosophy where
top
it's
of your
like the
head. It
only
doesn't have
good
to be. It doesn't have to
like
be a
manga.
list. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be a list.
Okay,
Just top
okay.
five off of your head.
Uh, okay. Like I'm just the first ones that come to my
Yeah.
head, I guess. Uh, there's this obscure one. The first manga that I ever like got that helped me so much with like getting into the groove of things, especially because if you've noticed some of our comic books, I try to put like Japanese because I like the graphics. I don't really like how in comic books they go boom and pow thwap.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't like that. There's a lot of comic books that do it right and look cool, like Spider Verse. You know how like that. There's
Mm,
some graphic designs that make it look dope. But I don't know, man. Japanese, they just know their stuff when it comes to like I don't know. Is it the language? Is it the way they draw things? It just looks cooler. The sound effect looks cooler to me. So I like to incorporate that and put it into the book. But the book that got me hooked into that was a manga adaptation of a British novel called Darren Shan.
I think I've seen this
Yeah.
somewhere. I think I might have seen
Are
this
you sure?
somewhere.
Yeah, but the book because the book is named after the author, like a narcissist chick. But then he's not. He's no, he's not like that. No, it's quite a nice story. It's just I don't know why. I think it's one of those stories he had as a kid. Like, wow, what if I was a vampire and blah blah blah. Then when he became an accomplished writer, he was like, God, let me get back to that. It's completely still nothing to do with this. It's kind of like it starts off with his story, but it just diverges into this like cascade of just like messed up stuff, bro. You should, dude. And there are these thin books, bro. He's the best writer that I don't think I've ever read a book that was so thin but so informative. I'm telling you, bro. You breeze through that book in like a day, bro. And I don't read. I'm illiterate, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm bad, bro. I'm gonna ounce myself, bro. I'm putting myself on the spot for the world to see. I'm not good, bro.
You're illiterate. What?
This is why I read comic books, bro. Like half words, half pictures, man. You know what it is, man. You know what it is. But I'm telling you, that book,
Kudzai.
that book is good, bro.
Oh,
I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he writes in a way that.
Just a second. I think my computer is complaining. My computer is complaining.
Oh, cool. You know, you do that.
I'm gonna edit this quickly. I'm gonna edit this out. This is getting edited out.
This guy, bro.
Unprofessional.
Oh, man. That's unprofessional.
You just hear stuff falling in the background. Oh, this is getting edited out so bad.
No, I'm not. This is actually I actually find it endearing because like it's kind of like I feel like everything just goes bad for me, but I'm seeing it. I'm like, it's not that bad. Like you had your thing, did a thing, and you just fix it. What's the big deal? But when it's happening, be like, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Did you do anything right?
Okay, bro. Just for you then. Just for you. I'm gonna keep that in. Actually, just for you then. Just so you have a reminder.
People need to know.
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
Yeah, just a reminder for anybody to watch that stuff can go wrong and you can just run out and and like fix it.
It's quite surprising, bro.
Yeah,
it's I'm actually quite serious. Like you'd think like things just the world just caves, like everything just bad, it just happens to you, and then when you see it happening to other people, you're like, but that wasn't so bad. So if they're seeing it the way you're seeing it,
let me just make sure I'm charging. Let me make sure I'm charging. Okay, we good.
I had to change mine to make sure it's charging because
we good.
I know my tablet.
Yeah, no, we good. I was like, hey, maybe I'm talking a lot now, and then the computer is just like, yeah, forget your podcast. Anyway,
it was like slipping.
No. It was just the battery was flat, and I was like, it's gonna die. So I have to run and get the charger because I was like, no, I think I got enough battery, and my computer.
It's like you just going to ignore this icon, huh? You just going to ignore this power out.
Yeah. My computer was talking to me. Oh, you think I'm playing? You think I'm playing?
Wow, bro.
All right, second book.
Yeah.
Second book.
Second book. Okay. That was Darren Shan. Yeah. I guess the other one that I was feeling was. I used to read Naruto a lot because, like, you know, the show was like peaking and stuff like that. So yeah, I remember there was a time we used to like download, acquire somehow. Yeah, I used to read that.
Knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy.
Who knew a guy? Oh, yeah, stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I think that would be the second one. I think Bakuman would be.
Ooh, Bakuman was
close to it. I don't do lists. It's just stuff that I'm thinking of. Yeah, because
I'm not talking lists. You said you know lists, so I'm not gonna do lists with you.
No. I don't. Just give me 5 books. In any order.
Yeah, you can just give me 5 books, man. Or 5 animes, whatever. However you feel it.
Oh, okay. Anime. This is a different thing. I thought you were talking about. I can only speak to books I read.
All right. So let's go anime then. Okay. So we're gonna jump off of books.
No. Screw it. I'm going books, man. Screw those animes. Animes. They're bad animes out there.
I was about to say, you
I'm like, I ain't gonna say everything, bro. Nah. As much as I don't do lists, I know what's bad, bro.
Yeah, Sword Art.
I separate this.
Sword Art. Sword Art Online.
This guy, bro. You got jokes.
All right. Okay, let's keep going.
Number 3 will be Bakuman. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's one of the books I almost finished reading, like from start to finish. So, yeah, and it also had like all those fields, like, you know, how, like you get to know a little bit about the industry and how these guys like struggling to make their own manga and all that and whatnot and stuff like that. Yeah, it was pretty good. What else? I don't read much manga, to be honest. That's the thing is like some of this stuff is like what can I say? I like the aesthetic look of manga. I don't exactly read it,
Okay.
like that, like how other people like One Piece, like people just reading. Sometimes like I
Hey,
pull out,
One
but
Piece
then
is
I just
long though. You. Hey, One Piece is long. It's what? It's
mm,
1,000. Where is it now? 900. Yeah.
oh wait. I'm almost forgetting like freaking Dragon Ball Z.
Ah.
Like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Oh, that was I don't like that guy is really good. Like I know people like, no, it's generic. Because a lot of people like you know how it's a gateway anime, so people kind of have this sort of like they have this theme
They
to
hate
it
you.
where they feel
They
like
hate
it's
you.
not real anime, like
Yeah, they hate
and
you.
it's
They
just
hate you.
cheap.
They hate it.
They hate
They hate. They hate it.
haters.
No, like
Haters gonna hate, man.
yeah, I'm just saying. Like people also say that about Full Metal Alchemist, and I'm just like, are you kidding me?
What do you
Like,
mean, man? Come on, man.
like what do
Come
you?
on.
Just because it's
Come
popular doesn't
on.
mean it's bad. Like people get this twisted, and just because it's niche doesn't mean it's good. Like just because a small group of people know about it, that doesn't make it some awesome,
Yeah,
spectacular
like
underground.
next level, bro.
No. I've read anime and manga like that, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, it's niche, but that don't make it good. that the,
Yeah.
that don't make it like Dragon Ball Z earned its spot. Now Super, we can talk.
Yeah.
Super, I'm not. Super, I'm
Oh,
not a fan.
yeah.
I'm the.
Yo, so you see, I like my brothers like it, but I didn't even watch most of. I didn't power through that.
But
Like, but my brothers, I
where I
keep
jumped
saying,
off. You know where I jumped off
yeah,
when Frieza came back and he was as strong as Goku and Vegeta after 4 months of training. I was like, yeah.
your boy going. Do you know what I told my brothers? I didn't even bother going anywhere that far. Do you know what I told my brothers?
Well.
Oh, anyways, do you know what I told my brothers? I told them like, your body's getting senile, bro. Like the guy, the Kiro Toriyama, he's getting old, bro.
Yeah.
Just hang the hat, man. Is you got the
No,
games,
but it's not even Akira
you
because
got the
some of the
moves.
stuff, like some of the stuff Akira wrote was dope. Like some of the stuff Akira wrote was dope because Akira, I think he brought back Gohan or whatever. But now some of the Funimation crew, like for example, the Broly movie. Everybody loves this movie, and I can't for the life of me understand because Broly ends up spanking both Goku and Vegeta. How? How? He didn't train with nobody. He was just born. He trained on a planet, and he just comes and he
He's a
spanks
Super
two.
Saiyan, bro.
Nah, bruh.
He's a
No,
power Super
nigga,
Saiyan. Come
no.
on, man.
That
How?
means that means that what's this? The planet Vegeta shouldn't have gotten destroyed because what they should have done is they should have taken Broly as a
Yeah,
baby and just chuck him at
yeah,
Frieza, and Frieza would have just exploded upon contact if Broly was that strong. Because that means that Broly was a Super Saiyan when he was a
yeah.
baby. That's what it means
Because
now.
like even in the connecting movies, they hinted like as if he could like tap into that power as a kid. So kind of like,
No,
but
but
then Frieza got taken down by just Super Saiyan 1 though. So he was getting mopped, bro.
no, but I'm just like, nah, man. Like
I'm just saying, man.
he can't. Training means nothing. Then that's what it means. Training just means nothing. It means that Goku
Training
and
means nothing.
Vegeta are just not. They're playing around. It's for fun now. It's just for fun. Because if all these people can get these power boosts out of nowhere and like huge major
Mm-hmm.
ones, because Z, like I always say this about Z, at least you could
Yeah.
explain it. At least it could be explained.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they were in the hyperbolic time chamber and they set up that Gohan had a power boost from when he was a kid and he trained and then he became Super Saiyan 2. At least there's some, you know,
Yeah.
versus Frieza, 4 months
Some
and now
weight
he's a
to it.
god. 4 months now Frieza's a god. And then on top of that, he masters
Yeah.
his power. He masters his power via meditation in the depths of hell.
Like, come on, man.
There,
That was cheap,
like
bro.
I
I'm
get
telling you, he's getting senile, bro. He's
Nah,
forgetting.
I was like, bro, I understand that this is like fantasy or whatever. But what you're telling me right now, what you're telling me right now, what you're telling me right now is that Krillin can
Yeah.
beat Goku and Vegeta, and no one must complain because there's no rules anymore for this stuff. Krillin can whoop Goku and Vegeta now. That's just what can
Because
happen.
like why would you even bring him? Remember when they were having the world tournament? What is that tournament? I didn't watch it. I don't watch it, bro. I didn't want to watch that mess.
Tournament of Power.
Why would they bring Krillin? Like, what could he do? Like, we've got freaking Ultra Instinct. What is a Krillin? Krillin is no better than a human at this point, bro. Like, really?
I'm telling you, what they will do is they will give Krillin Ultra.
He's old.
No, dude, they will give Krillin Ultra Instinct and he'll mop everybody. That's what Dragon Ball can do now. The writers can just put that in and everybody has to accept it. Because they accepted Broly. Like, Broly can just beat 2 Super Saiyan gods. Gods, by the way. Like, actual legitimate, can destroy universes gods. And Broly just born
it was kind of like...
man.
It kind of confuses me because the movie came... Was it before the Super Saiyan God thing? The new movie?
No. Okay, there's 2 Brolys. There's 2 Brolys.
Super Saiyan God?
No, so there's 2. There was the old one where it came in the middle of the Cell Saga, which is my favorite Broly movie. Mm-hmm. I know everybody goes, it's stupid how he's mad at Goku. I'm like, yeah, that's one stupid thing.
Because a crying thing.
yeah. I mean, it was dumb. Like Team 4-Star had a great thing where he was like, he's so cool, but he's so dumb, but he's so cool. Yeah. But now there's this new one. Now this one comes after and this is the canonical one apparently. So not apparently, yes it is. So what happened is that all the stuff from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball Super happened, and then this movie happened because it happens after the Tournament of Power. So basically this is after Goku and Vegeta have gotten all their power boosts and all the training and they've gone through everything, right? Broly lands on planet Earth, and apparently Paragus is working with Frieza, Broly's daddy, and they unleash Broly. They unleash Broly on the planet or whatever, and Goku and Vegeta have to step in to stop him. So Vegeta and Broly box, and Vegeta starts winning, and then Broly just starts getting powerful out of nowhere, and then from there, eventually they're going Super Saiyan God, and
I remember watching that one.
They're still struggling to beat Broly, and then eventually it takes a fusion. It takes 2 of them. To beat one Saiyan who didn't even train, bro. Who didn't even.
It was like his first time. Like you just think in your head, like, oh, maybe it's because Super Saiyan 1, right? Like, did you just skip to God? Like, how did that happen, bro? What is this? And I don't want to be sexist because it will seem like I'm being sexist, but there were these, like, remember how, like I was told, like, because I didn't watch it. My brothers watched it. They loved the stuff. But the one where it's like, did you hear that, like, there were, like, the female versions from, like, the other dimensions or whatever it is? And then just turn super, like, I didn't get that.
No, that was also, no, this is not about sexism.
Like, it's just about 2 minutes. No, I get it for the story's sake, but I'm not being sexist here. I'm just asking what's up with that.
Look, ladies, love you ladies, want you to be in stories. I love you ladies. There's so many female characters that I love. Hinata is waifu. Hinata is an amazing character. Love her.
You gonna skip Sakura.
Sakura.
You just gonna skirt. You just gonna hit it at an angle.
Sasuke Kun. I'm supposed to like Sasuke Kun. No, Sakura was.
Don't do your girl like that, bro.
Sakura was trifling. Sakura was trifling.
Like, I think she was writing checks. She was writing checks with her mouth, bro.
She
couldn't cash in those checks.
Dude. No, the thing is, like, Sasuke legit tries to kill her, and not once throughout the story does she actually go, you know what? I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you, and I'm
just takes it, bro.
Just one time. That would have redeemed the entire character if one time she told Sasuke, you know what? I am tired of your nonsense. But she never said it. Never, not once. I was like, But anyway, getting back to the point, with Super and the female girls, I was just like, look, it's fine to have them in there, but have them earn it. Don't just give it to them. She goes Super Saiyan.
I understand.
Like, even Kale, not Kale or whatever, the Kaba or whatever, the guy who fights Vegeta, he gets Super Saiyan at the tournament in J. I was like, And then, what made me mad? She went Super Saiyan. Saiyan 2 in the same episode. I was like, what?
They made us sit through that whole
the Cell Saga.
Why did you have, like, Frieza if you're just go make people switch on Super Saiyan like that, what was the point of? What was that for?
Dying. Niggas was dying.
Bro,
The same two to happen. Niggas was dying.
I mean, like, I get the one when they made their kids Super Saiyan because they're like, oh, maybe
Yeah,
you
okay.
can tap it.
Yeah, because I think that made sense because they were Goku and Vegeta's kids, and Goku and Vegeta had been Super Saiyans for years or whatever, and the genetics. I get that one, but this one, I was like,
but
and
they
then somebody
kind of trained for it. It didn't just happen though.
yeah, and then after that, people had the gall to tell me Tingly Back. They said the Tingly Backs is how Super Saiyans is achieved. I was like,
What? Like they just created like in Star Wars how they have midichlorians or something for like from nowhere, bro.
From nowhere.
Oh man, Tingly what?
Tingly Backs. That's how it works. Tingly Backs.
Okay,
Tingly Backs.
Didn't they mention that in the Broly movie?
Yeah, apparently Tingly Back. Yeah,
that was a Broly movie.
Yeah, so basically his back was very tingly then. That means that he had the super tingly back. Like Goku and Vegeta had regular tingly backs. That's why they didn't have the same power level. So they had to fuse to get a super tingly back.
And he had like ultra.
It's the ultra instinct, bro. It's not ultra instinct. There's ultra tingly backs out here, bro. Ultra tingly backs out here, bro. Anyway, so those are your 5. We had a whole discussion.
Yeah, I guess so, like when it comes to manga, the ones that like at least help me out, I would say that those are the ones that come to mind. Oh, I would say because that was just 4 because I put put in Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I guess the other one I would say it would be. No, I'm really feeling as a Boku no Hero.
Yeah. Oh, My Hero Academia.
Like I remember. Yeah, My Hero Academia. Like I remember, like I read because like the manga before, like as it had a very interesting style. Because I remember people telling me that like he had a manga before and then he got kicked out. Like he didn't do so well. And then this was his second try or something.
Oh, Horikoshi.
And but. Yeah, like him. Yeah, I think so. Something like I don't know. Was Shonen Jump or like was he an assistant or something? But someone was saying no, he does great art. And then you're like, it was unfortunate that his previous project got canned, but this guy's really good. And then everyone who was now reading My Hero were like, nah, check out this guy. He's got like the juice and stuff like that. I think it was him. I'm not sure if I'm mistaking. It was someone else. But then I remember like reading the first because like there's the one where like this. It's not a normal, but this like villain was like attacking where you first meet who's that chick who can like grow gigantic, like that's her power. Like she's like a bunny. Her, yeah. I guess. Like,
I just remember the booty shot. Like that's all I'm remembering.
Yeah. I remember like it was like I really like that dynamic. Like I saw it happen again in is it Fire Force? Because I remember Fire Force and Boku no Hero came out similar times. And like but I liked the Boku no Hero one better because like they had similar beginnings, kind of. But then I like that whole like he's going to school and then stuff is happening, then he's just introduced to the world like, oh kid, blah 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 blah. And I really like that aspect to it. Like I didn't read it goes to show what I like, what weeb I am. But then I didn't read late or like on it ended up popping off before I got back into the series. But yeah, I think the guy's art style is pretty cool, and he seems like he likes the superhero thing. He understands the genre. He respects it because like I remember the reason I say this because like if you follow his art, especially when he was first starting, he used to do a lot of like that guy works so hard. He doesn't do it as much anymore, but he used to like sort of like draw like fan art of like DC, Marvel, like geeky stuff, like Pokemon and stuff. Like I was like, dude, the mangaka doing it because like he was a young guy. I don't know. No, he was just a fan. He's a fanboy. The guy is he just doesn't do it anymore, but he's a fanboy. So to me, I just like wow, like that's why like Boku no Hero is kind of endearing because like it has that essence in it. Like he everyone who watches it knows that wow, this guy is like a fan. Like he's like the next level of the big three because he's a fanboy of the big three type of thing like that. So yeah, I think.
My Hero.
I think those are solid.
My Hero.
They're generic.
So cool.
All of them are generic, but yeah.
No, like I hate that. I hate that formula stuff. People always want to talk about that formula stuff. I'm like, first off, everything is kind of a formula. Everything's been done somewhere. Like superpowers is as old as the Greek mythology. Like, there's no way you're going to. Like, people were spitting fire back then, so you're not going to reinvent the wheel. But
Yeah,
it's all in the execution of a story. Like, a generic story can work
yeah,
if you do it right. So don't give me that stuff,
it's very
because
true.
like everybody wants to talk about, like, because like when people do this, then I say, okay, that means that Luffy is Goku.
Yeah, we were having this discussion because, like, I don't know if you're a Bleach guy.
I like Bleach,
I don't know if
a
you're a
lot.
bit. I mean, like, I know, Bleach is pretty cool, but it had its shortcomings. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't watch Bleach the way people watch Bleach. Like, and this is because, like, a lot of it, like, the people who watch Bleach love Bleach, and then everyone else is like, yeah, well, it's okay, right? I mean, not like they respect it because he brought style back into
yeah,
anime, right? He,
no, he
like,
did,
with
he
the
did.
it kind of did, bro. Like, I ain't gonna take that away from him, right? But
Nope.
of course, you can say, oh, the story was this and that, blah blah, Aizen, blah blah blah, whatever. But then, you know, um, there's that. But then people didn't know. He doesn't admit it. The creator of it, he hints at it, but he doesn't admit it. But like, there are a lot of similarities between Bleach and Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu
Yeah,
Yu,
obviously,
yeah,
obviously.
like huge, like it's almost a rip if you think about it, like in a sense, because like you at the time, like having that slick back, like he's the I just forget the author's name, but he's the same author as the one who did
Hunter, right?
what's this thing called? Hunter Hunter, exactly. I was just thinking about that. Yeah, Hunter Hunter and things like that. Yeah, and at the time, like having like that arrogant kids at school type of vibe and stuff like that. Yeah, like he took a lot of those elements, and like in the story he's sort of like a cool dressing kid in that time period, like that was the attitudes back in those days. So like they took there are a lot of similarities, like even with the Shimigami thing and the it's not 100, it's not like a
No, it's
rip,
not. It's not
but it's
like
kind of like it's got
it's not a super rip. But I'm just saying, like, definitely. And
yeah, it's got like a few
his dad
sensibilities
being,
in there.
yeah. But I mean, like, a lot of shonen is like that. So I mean, yeah, don't give me
But
that
then,
formula
yeah,
stuff.
but it's to your point that it's just like One Piece and like what you're saying, Goku. Like you can basically say, oh, so you're just copying everyone then, but
But I
because
mean,
like
they're not.
look,
They take an
what
idea.
happens is like you just take it and then you improve it,
Exactly.
improve upon
Exactly.
it, and then take it to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ah. Whew.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
man. No,
agree with you.
that is so cool. So we got to learn your story. We got to talk a lot about anime. We got to talk a lot about how you.
Bro, like I'm terrible with like interviews. Like we
No,
never stay on
I
topic.
think this went
We
really well.
never talk about it. I hate talking about myself, bro. It's just weird. Like why?
Well, that's what
Look,
this
more
was
interesting
for.
stuff, man.
This was
What do you
for.
do?
That's what this was for, man. That's what this was for. No, but I think the
I
people
get
got
it, but it's just so
I
weird.
think I think the people got a nice introduction to you, man. They know what Afro Tokyo is about
Yeah,
and
thanks,
everything.
man.
You got Comicon online. I'm definitely going to be putting the handles down there. You're going to be seeing all the handles underneath him for
Please do,
Afro
please do.
Tokyo, so everybody can go follow him and everything and all of that stuff. So I just have two more last questions for you, actually. So
Yeah, go
maybe we
ahead,
can
go
actually
ahead.
say, yeah, maybe we can say one. Let me say one. So
Okay.
you attended the panel of Black Sands Entertainment, where you were checking out some of the stuff where they were talking about don't look for the Disney deal, make it profitable and all of that
Oh
stuff.
yeah, the Black Sands.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Black Sands Entertainment. So, yeah. Sorry for everybody. It looks like our internet connection is a bit slowing down. So
Oh, sorry. I hope
no,
that's not on my end.
I think it might be on mine. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I think we can still hear everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
visuals, and
Cool.
audio. And the audio will be fine. The audio will be fine. The visuals is just visuals. Anyway,
Okay.
so my question is, like, you got some knowledge from the Black Sands team, and they were saying things like make it profitable and all of that stuff. How would
Oh
you
yeah, yeah, yeah.
translate that? How would you translate that information to somebody who's now starting, whether they be in Zimbabwe or whether they be in South Africa? What would you tell them if they asked you those questions?
Like in particular, like you mean
Like getting started,
how'd you get started and stuff?
yeah, like getting started, what to look for,
Oh,
that
okay.
type of stuff.
Oh, it's a very interesting question. It's a very good one because I feel with Africa it's kind of tricky because like it's a wild west, you know. There's not a lot of competition out there. We guys, you know, we can do anything. Like we were saying about tutorials, yeah, you can, you know, you just pick one up and then, you know, you get started and, you know, start doing your thing. But then there's also the point that it's tricky in Africa because we have to, like, if you were there at the panel, like they talk about consumerism, and
Mm,
then it's, you know, I because like we in Zimbabwe has very bad economy, like you know, problems that happen here. So, you know, it's not like I'm giving ourselves a pass, but then it's like, you know, there's always that aspect with Africans that we don't like produce, or we don't what can I say, we don't earn, like, you know, that next level monies, like, you know, that kind of like quality of life that just affords us to just like, hey, you know, just travel all the time. Every month you're traveling and you're buying like scores of the, you know, manga and all that stuff. So we're not exactly at that point from an economic standpoint. So our consumerism still needs a little bit of work. And then the second aspect of it is that um, it's like we're behind because we have to like a lot of the infrastructure and all the training and stuff like that is non-existent, so we have to teach ourselves and have to get these things done. And the problem with that, what ends up happening as a result of it, is that it's very tough for us to compete in the market, the international market, because people want the best of things. So they expect a certain quality. When you see, this internet is a gift and a curse, because like as much as you can get in touch with everyone, you have to bring something great to the table, or I believe, you know. So it's like at one, like I think where I'm getting at is like at one point it's like you know, we have the opportunities there. Us guys, you know, we have a unique voice, we have a unique flavor to bring into the you know, the scene. People have to, I guess, what can I say? People have to how do I phrase this? I mean, people have to, you know, taste Africa, because I think it's a taste that people haven't tasted yet, and I think there's ways for us to really spread that out. But at the same time, the curse part of it is that we have to have something presentable to the table, and for that to happen, we have to pull up our socks and do it. So that's where the good part is, that those problems and pros and cons aside, there are ways. The internet, again, it's got our back. You might not say that, like, you know, I like tutorials because, like, you know, you don't have to waste coin, because, you know, in Africa we don't have that kind of money all the time. You don't have to waste a lot of coin you know, getting these skills and stuff like that. um think about it, like it's so amazing the times that we're living in, that like I remember growing up trying to get like tablets, you know, in the vein of trying to get started with this stuff. Like, I remember tablets used to be thousands of dollars, but now you can even get like I use an iPad one, because I wanted to start doing digital art and stuff like that when it was now picking up. But then you find, you can say iPad's expensive, but you can get the low, like, you know, the old versions, quite, you know, gettable. You know, of course they phase out. You know how Apple is. They're the way their business practices, but they make a very solid product. Let's just be real. Like, I don't like the company myself. I don't like they don't like their prices. The only thing I would buy, like, because I buy myself secondhand. Like when it comes to iPad, I actually think buying it like day and date is like screwing yourself over, because it's kind of overpriced in my opinion. But like, we're at a point in time where, you know, this stuff is like I'm not saying it's the cheapest it's ever been. Of course it gets cheaper. um the education, you don't have to go to school, you don't have to drop like all kinds of thousands of dollars to do it. You can get it free online. And hey, there's a lot of time in Africa. I mean, like you're saying, even with your coding and your editing and stuff, you didn't have to go to school to edit. This stuff is online, man. Disclaimer:
yeah,
it's
yeah,
good to
yeah.
go to school.
Yes,
I'm not
yes,
trying.
yeah,
Remember,
yeah, yeah.
you have to go to school, but I'm just trying to
I just
say,
want to say, on the
you have the
Create
passion.
podcast, on the Create podcast team, okay, I just want to say, team is only one man.
Disclaimer.
I'm my own team. Anyway, I just want to
Woo!
say that, look, School is cool if that's how you learn, but if you don't learn
Yeah,
by
how
a
you work.
school,
That's
it's
true.
yeah. I'm just saying it's not the end all be all. I
But
think that's the thing. Provide options, which is great because that's what you're saying right now is that there's options.
that's the, it goes into the fiery passion that you were talking about before when we were talking about school. Is that if you feel that the what you want to achieve or what you want to have, even if all these limitations are happening financially or whatever it is, but you still have that burning drive, you'll make that that option work because it's there at least. Before it wasn't always there, but then I believe it's actually to your point is that like tutorials work for some people who want to like let's say maybe they're pinned to a corner that they I guess they have to do it that way. Some people learn that way; they don't really care. They save a couple of bucks, but I think it depends on like what you were saying. Some people they want education on a platter, that's what I call school. You want it served, you want it dressed, and because like it's kind of hard to find this information. It's like it's oceans of redundant or repetitive stuff. So you kind of have to know what you want. So it's kind
Yeah,
of hard to know what you want when you're a kid. So yeah, it depends. If you're a passionate person and you feel like this is you and you're pinned against the wall, the internet's your friend. If you have those means, it literally is a platter. Like let's not forget that this is a silver platter we're talking about here. The school is the best format. I would like to think that.
no,
I didn't end
I
up
agree.
going.
I agree. I agree
I
with you. I agree with you a
don't mean
hundred
art
percent.
school at
I
least.
agree with you 100%. I mean, oh, like for me,
Yeah.
I didn't learn
Like,
traditionally.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't learn
You didn't
traditionally.
learn like the sorry.
Yeah, all of this stuff that I'm doing is
It's
basically
working though.
experimentation. Like, so, so I mean,
Okay.
like I'm reviewing stuff.
It doesn't look like experimentation,
Yeah,
bro.
I
You were
know.
talking about coding. I was like, dang, this guy's got like degrees.
I
He's like
know.
media studies, major, minor.
My job might be watching this. They might find out I'm not qualified.
No, I thought you know what when you were saying that because I was boosting you on like I thought what you were about to say was that you have other qualifications. What we can get Buck to do videos for us? You didn't tell us that you got like all these degrees and stuff, bro.
I'm available
You
though.
know
Hey,
how people do.
I'm available though. Like,
Well, hey, they pay, man.
yeah, no,
In
like,
Zimbabwe, it's a completely in Zimbabwe it's a completely different. Like in South Africa, they respect the fact that you have skills and then they pay you extra. Here, they're like, "What? You can do more than one thing, and we can pay you the same amount of money for more? What? See,
hey,
that's how it works
I'm
here.
just saying, if you know anybody, like I know this is supposed to be boosting you, and I really want to boost you, but if you know
No, no,
anybody that
no.
needs video editing, like, hey, my door is open.
Yeah,
I do edits. I do edits if people need edits.
really.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, no, no. I should check out because I was meaning to watch because I wanted to prep for this thing and then watch the previous videos. I remember you did one with Clyde, was it?
Yes, Clyde Beach. Clyde
It's
Beach.
Clyde, and then yeah. So who
Yeah.
was the first one though?
First one was a guy called Christian Reeves. So he's actually the one that put me onto Zoom. Yeah, he actually the one that put me onto Zoom. So when I did the first one,
Oh, okay.
it was purely audio. Like it was just audio, no visuals. And then he put me onto
Oh
Zoom, and now I've been zooming with everybody ever since. So yeah, yeah, that's been
no,
yeah. So
I don't know. I hope this is not messing up the flow of the because like these were the last question. No, you know why I'm saying that? Because like all the guests are like listening. I don't know if they're listening to this. Like I've got like a span of guests just listening to us guys talking.
uh
So I'm like, oh my gosh, bro.
oh
I didn't
I
know that this is content people would like to listen to. I
no,
didn't
hey,
even notice that people are watching
people
this.
like this stuff, man. That's why I wanted to have you on. I've been dying to have you on. You've been a great guest.
Oh, you know me,
And that
man. I don't like cameras, man.
yeah, and
I
yeah,
hate cameras.
that was a great that was a great ending point though. Like on that question that I
No,
asked,
no,
that
no.
was
There was a
fantastic.
second question.
Oh right.
What are you gonna edit?
I'm trying to think of
Like,
it now.
I don't know how you're gonna edit this. I don't know how you're gonna
No, I'm not
thin it
editing
down to one
anything.
hour.
I'm not editing anything. It'll be 2 hours. It's
Cool, bro.
fine. Yeah. All right. So my last
Hope it's
question.
not 2 hours
I guess
though.
my last question is
Is
before I can let you
yeah.
go and get back to your actual paying work because you're doing this for free. um,
Now,
yeah, yeah. I just wanted
if
to.
I knew it was this fun, I would have had them every day, bro.
Oh, I'd like to have you back
You-
if you ever have any other developments because I know that there's an animated thing that you did that was really cool that I actually want to post on my Instagram and when I do my review of
Oh
your
snap!
stuff. Yeah, I want to do that. Like just
Oh,
because I
cool,
thought it
bro.
was amazing. But anyway, like my last thing I guess would say,
Yeah, cool.
what would you like to leave Meisterville with in terms of just
Mm.
if there's anything you'd like to leave Meisterville with, something they can take home for themselves. If you got nothing, that's cool. We can just close it out. But if you
Oh,
got any closing words, it would be cool to hear that.
oh, man, I'm so terrible with these because like I'm usually blank, man. But then I guess like to round out like what you're trying to like broadcast to your viewers and stuff like that is that like as Africans we should just get cracking off of the back of that like animation talk that we had. Like as much as I'm giving you the variables, I'm just doing it to like wrap your brain around it. But then like that aside, it's just doing it. Like the reason nothing's been done is because like it's you guys who are supposed. It's so strange that you want like I'm not rising a white. I hope these guests are white guys. Sorry, guests.
We love you, white people.
But anyways, but like, I don't expect like I don't know why people want them to make your stuff. Like what you're complaining about how it's not there, and then like you do it. Get good. Get cracking, get cooking, bro. That's what I'm saying. This is it's like that. Like guys, there's no excuse. The internet's there. The gift and the curse. Just get cracking, bro. Just get hard, like working hard. To just stop complaining, stop blaming everyone for it, and just get your internet. You don't really need internet, but just get working, guys. Just do it. There's no excuse now. I guess so. Like
Yeah,
even the
okay, that's
animation, like I wouldn't have dreamt that I could do it, but the information is kind of there if you look for it, and I'm kind of doing it, sort of. No excuses.
no,
I guess yeah.
that's a great message. I do want to say that like what's this? I
Mm.
just want to add another quote unquote disclaimer. Yes,
Yeah.
there's difficult
No,
there's
this is a
difficult
country. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I know.
we
I
gotta
know.
we gotta we gotta do that. We gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna be like, oh, he could do
There's no
it.
excuse. I'm
He
gonna
will.
quit my job.
What about my yeah, I just want to say, look, it's all about if you got the drive to make it
Mm.
happen. Yes, sometimes
True.
excuses are valid. Yes, I'm not saying excuses
Yeah,
are not valid.
I
There's
agree with that,
real
bro.
stuff out there. Sometimes things are hard, and which is why I'm trying to create the platform to make it easier for creatives to push their
For
stuff
other people,
to
yeah.
other people in other spheres of the world because I have that accessibility to do that, and I'm lucky and I'm
Mm.
fortunate to do that. So,
That's
but I
that's very
do
true.
want to say that you gotta have something out
Mm.
there. Like complain if you want to complain, but get it done. That's what I say. Like complain the entire time. A lot of my content that I make on this channel, like if you
Mhm.
watch some of my other videos, I'm complaining about how DC is race washing characters or how
Yeah, yeah. I
Marvel
remember
is
like a
how
Little
they
Mermaid.
like they doing all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I complain about it, but I don't complain about it to
Mhm.
change people's minds. I complain about it to build my platform so that I can get the
Mm.
indie people onto the platform so that people can see them
Ah,
and all of that stuff. So yeah, if you're gonna
oh,
complain,
no, no, it's quite
complain,
novel.
but get it done. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the complaints are valid.
That's true.
The complaints are valid, but nobody's gonna care. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. That's just
Yeah,
it's rough. I
you
understand,
have to get cracking,
but you
bro.
have to get
That's
cracking.
true.
Yes,
But
yes.
I like that. I like that very much, especially when you're the way you're explaining like the excuse. Because like I actually wholeheartedly agree. Agree with it because you know how like everyone says, I know. Disclaimer. I know it's all this esoteric thing. Like like you can be wherever you want. I'm in the firm belief where it's like this the people for things. You put on if you're I guess a religious person, you're put on this earth to do something, right? So maybe what you think you're supposed to do, like what you're trying to say, like maybe your passion is not in it, like sometimes that kid was supposed to be a doctor, but then yeah, he's like, oh, I want to do game design and what. But then when he finds out his purpose, or life is leading him into like serving people, and he's seeing more fulfillment there, or like he's doing good work there, and he ends up doing that. I can't go and say, oh, what were you doing? Well, you could have been a game designer, man. What were you?
Yeah, no,
No,
definitely, definitely.
like
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, and I actually firmly believe in what you're saying. That uh, like it's just the drive, like Yeah, and these excuses, like if you keep having excuses and keep pushing it away and stuff, maybe it's not for you. And that's
Yeah,
what I actually for me, like a
that's
lot
what
of
I
people
also
want
think.
to
That's what I also say.
force
That's what I
people
also
into
say.
this stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I also say.
because
Like,
like I think, yeah. Sorry,
yeah, no, I mean,
sorry, I
yes,
was cutting you there.
no, 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 you cool. Yeah, I mean, I think we're both cutting each other, but anyway, yeah, I think, yeah, that's the truth. That's the
Because
truth.
I don't know, like just to add a little bit on top of the little bit that you were,
Yeah, go ahead,
it's
go
like
ahead.
I've noticed a lot of people, like especially when we're talking about like create like content creation and stuff like that, they have this sort of thing where they feel like, oh, like we're supposed to like they give this pressure because there's so few content creators, right? They're like, we need more artists, we need more animators. What are you guys just standing? They like like, and I feel like maybe it's not they want to support you, they want to be a part of this stuff, but maybe they're
Nah,
not the writers,
that's not
maybe they're
support.
not the artists.
But I'm saying that's not support in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I
Like,
don't.
I always say
Yeah.
this. I always say this, and I'm gonna say this right now. Look, if you support me, that's cool. I love your support or whatever, but you don't
Hmm.
control me. Like, it's a two-way street. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I make stuff you like, but you don't control me. Like that. That's where I think you lose everything, because if once your audience controls you, now you're just making stuff that they want, but they
Yeah,
don't
making
really
stuff
want.
yeah.
But yeah,
True.
because I'm telling you, audiences never know what they want until they get it. Like, you've seen it with social media online. People are flip flopping in all the time.
Mm.
So yeah, I definitely say the artists, don't let your fans control you. Engage with them, but it must be a relationship. Like, have you ever been in a
Mm.
relationship with a girl that's controlling? It's no fun.
So no.
You
That's the
can
two
only
way,
you can
like you
only
bring
eat
something
this.
to the
You can
table, they
only
bring
eat this.
something.
Yeah, he's like, you can only eat this. You can only go here. You can
Bro, you
only,
can what?
bruh.
Ain't no can, nigga. Get out of here.
You're gonna break up tomorrow. You go break up tomorrow. Ah, I think that's a
Nah.
great place to close this off. Thank you for being on this, man. It has been such a great
Nah, thanks for
experience.
having me, man. Thanks for putting me on blast.
Nah, dude,
Put me out of my comfort zone.
you've been a great guest, and I'm definitely serious about
Mm.
starting that YouTube channel if you want to. I definitely think it would help, and then you can, because it creates other avenues. Yeah, just to give you guys a little bit of
Okay,
game
okay.
for anybody
Oh.
else who's watching. What you can do is, especially as a creative or whatever, if you've got what they call
Mm.
like a little bit of a following, then you can do a Patreon, and then with your Patreon, what you can do is that you can have special
Oh.
competitions with your Patreon and whatever, and then you can also show them behind the scenes stuff. You can show them like exclusive footage, and that will also
Oh.
supplement you as another form of income. And then you can do other things like shown like what's this? You can also get like deals to promote shonen stuff or to promote anime stuff. A lot of YouTubers do like Shadow
Okay.
Raid Legends, so it can be another source of income to supplement your already current income, or it can be a source of income to make your, to make this your whole life, basically. So that's why I always say, like, don't look at being a personality as a bad thing if you can handle it. If
Oh.
you can handle it, go
Okay.
for it. Go for it, because it'll
What
definitely
would
bring
you
you.
like?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, you do definitely. Now I wanted to know like what goes into it, like just
All right. Well, I'm just saying,
just
like,
just
okay, well, since we kind of flipped the podcast, let me get into this real quick.
we keep trying
Uh,
to sign it off, and then
yeah, no, it's cool, it's
what
cool.
would
I don't
happen?
mind, I don't mind, I don't
Just
mind.
what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could
All
like
right.
people
The
pressuring
only
you?
thing I will say this, the only
Like
thing
what's the
about,
worst thing that
all right,
happened to you?
okay, so I'll do it in two. I'll do it in two things. So I'll talk about the best thing that happened
Okay,
and the worst thing that happened. All right. So
okay.
with being a content creator, so the worst thing that's happened to me is I made a video where this guy was talking about how racist Black Panther was, and it's the most racist movie that was ever made. And I made a response video.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. Anyway, so I made a response video to his video, and his followers came after me and called me
Oh,
all
the
sorts of.
hive.
I had a like, I said, nigga boom cocoon. Like, people were fusing racism words together. They were trying to make new racist words.
Dang.
Yeah, like, I was a nikoon, I was a nigger and a coon, I was a baboon, I was everything. I don't know what, like, yo.
But wait, why would you be a coon though? But
No, I
oh
don't know.
wait. The guy was saying was black.
Yeah, no. It wasn't a
Oh,
black
cause
dude. I think it was a white dude trying to just shove every every offensive term you could ever shove it in.
every slur on
Yeah,
it. It was like,
every slur,
but then isn't that
every
like
slur.
contradiction?
I was Harambe. I was what else was I?
Whoa,
Yeah, it was. But
whoa,
it was. But
oh,
I think the thing is that for me that was the moment when I realized I'm good at this stuff because I was so unfazed, I was so unbothered. I actually trolled some of them afterwards because I was just like, yeah, okay, I'm a nigga boon cocoon, but I'm still right. Your boy is still he's still stupid. It's not the most racist movie. And in this video of his, he tried to make a point to say that when white people get tribalistic, then it becomes
yeah.
racism or whatever. And I was just like, okay,
But then,
so
but
Game of
then
Thrones, Game of Thrones,
explain like Italian movies.
yeah,
How is that tribal? Like, how is
like
that racist?
yeah, no, he was saying that when white people do it, it will never be a script or whatever. Like they can never have kingdoms and all of that stuff. And I was like, Vikings, Game
What
of
are you
Thrones,
talking about?
Thor, should I keep going? I started
Like,
naming like
all the movies are you are kings, and the, anytime you think of the word king, you just think
white
white.
people. King
Come
Arthur,
on, man.
King Arthur. How
How is
many King Arthur
that's
movies
not an
are there?
argument?
So yeah, it was yeah,
I
it
don't
was
get it.
I kicked his ass. I kicked his ass
Thor is
like
Thor is
yeah,
like
yeah,
in the
kicked him.
same universe. There's a guy who's a king.
Yeah.
What is this?
In the video debate wise, I kicked his ass. I destroyed it. Like if you had to put our
Yeah,
videos side by side, it's not
yeah.
even a contest. It's just because he has
What
more
did you do it
subscribers.
like as if it wasn't like? Was it like you were reviewing, like you were saying
No,
that you like
not
you get
reviewing. What I did is I took clips
or
of
you
his
just
stuff and I interwove clips with
okay.
my stuff, and then I played clips on top of stuff. It was a very hectic edit, but I did
Oh,
it,
okay.
and
Oh.
it's a 20-minute video, and it was a really good video, and I won that debate.
Is
Like, yeah. Oh, I'll send you.
is this still on?
Yeah, it's still there. It's still on YouTube. It's still on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I'll shoot
No,
you
no,
a link.
I'm gonna check it out, man.
I'll shoot you a link. I'll shoot you a link. Like I'll DM you a link.
Nah,
Don't worry about that. But yeah, that's the worst thing that happened to me.
that was the worst one.
Yeah, like I mean, for the internet, you just gotta understand. Sometimes you gotta pick and choose what you're gonna respond to. Like as long as you can do that, you're built for the internet. I promise you. Because everybody's gonna say
Oh,
something about something. So as long
but is it like more like ignoring them, or
no,
is it
not
like no?
ignoring.
Of course, yeah,
Sometimes
you're
if you
ignoring them, but
respond,
then it's
like
like
because I responded to some people. So as long as you got your strong response and you know what you want to say, don't waffle on the internet. You'll be good. You'll be
oh,
like don't
and so
waffle.
that means like if to dart the conversation back to you, it's like that means when you have a conviction, you kind of have to know
Yes,
like
you
that's
gotta
remember
stick
how
to
they
it.
say as a creative you have to like you were saying the disclaimer. I don't even think about disclaimers, but that was very right because it worked for me, but then it's not very good advice to people who are out there who because it's kind of in the air. But I see it. You kind of have like a responsibility not to mislead
Yeah,
or to
yeah,
be
yeah.
not on point.
Yeah. And I mean,
Oh no, I get it.
not even like that. I would say it's
Hmm.
just that you have a responsibility to stick to your guns if you believe in what you're saying. I'm not afraid of being wrong.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of being wrong.
Okay,
That's
okay.
why I put disclaimers on stuff. But if I believe something, like how I believe we need indie comic book creators, especially African ones, to get a platform, and
Okay.
in African mangaka to get a platform to be on the world stage, there's people who have a problem with that. I've been come at for that stuff. I've been come at for trying to push indie comic books and people having an attitude and an issue with that. And I said, no, I believe in this. Like you can
And
unsubscribe
you
to my
come with your
page. You can unsubscribe to my page. You can
take
leave.
them out.
Yeah, go bye. I don't need you. You want to
Oh,
be cool. Like I also don't chase nobody away. If you want to hate on me and leave hate comments, it's like that's great for my
oh.
engagement. So go ahead. But yeah, that's just the worst part of it. I believe is that if you have good intentions, you got a good product, and you mean well, and you're trying to tell the stories you believe in, you'll be fine on the
Hmm?
internet. Because that's
Damn.
at the end of the day, it's all about integrity. I mean, even in life, not online, it's about living your life with integrity and just following through with those
Okay.
decisions. So if you got that
With
integrity
your
online,
convictions.
yeah, if you got that integrity online
Okay.
and you got that conviction and you believe in your stuff, like how I believe you believe in Afro Tokyo, you'll
Yeah,
smash it.
yeah.
You'll smash it. Like you'll smash it. And I think YouTube will definitely help a company like yours if you can do it. So if you need pointers,
Oh,
advice, you need a brain to pick, I'm here for you. anytime. Like, just shoot me a message.
Oh yeah, yeah. That offer of yours, yeah, it's great because I remember that's part of the offer that you were
Yeah,
talking about
definitely.
that time when yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No,
definitely.
I really I think like when we start binding those books into one, because I think we have a project. Because I keep skipping on it, like called Metro,
Mm.
that we want to really kick it off, and I think yeah, I think I would need your advice on how to roll that out and like
I'm here. I'm
uh,
here.
yeah. I think I'll just work on the content. Then when I have it, then
Definitely.
see how
Definitely.
we roll it out. Oh,
Anytime. Anytime.
okay. Yeah.
Anytime. But yeah, that's
No, that
going to
was
be.
long-winded. Like I don't know if this works with your format because like I keep darting and
Who
never answer the
cares? Who
question.
cares? Who cares? This has been fun conversation for me, I think, and I think there's a lot of gems in here. And even though we've gone a little bit over time, I think that this has been a very,
Yeah.
very, very productive conversation, in my personal opinion. I think it's gonna make for a dope episode, and you will hold the record for longest episode on the Creative
Good luck.
Podcast. You can,
And I
you,
never got to my point.
yeah, no, no, you got to your points. You got to your points.
Oh,
You got to your points.
yeah,
We,
sort
we,
of.
we got all the points. We got all the points. All
So
right, all
bad.
right.
This is why I don't do it. But
No, dude,
yeah,
this was
no, no.
great.
Thanks for
This was
having me.
great.
Thanks for
I, I would,
putting me on, man.
I would love to do more of this actually, and have more of those discussions. I actually also had this idea. Okay, now I'm doing it, but whatever. I actually also
Okay.
had this
I thought I
idea where
heard someone.
it's like I wanted to do this idea where I wanted to have like an African's perspective on anime
Oh,
and
sorry.
stuff like that.
Like I'm on an interview. Sorry. Sorry. That's a guest. I hope this is like. Sorry about that. No, no,
No,
it's
okay.
okay. You don't have to go.
Yeah,
It's open mic, I guess.
yeah,
It's not an
it's
interview.
fine. It's fine. Tell them they're welcome. They can also get interviewed. It's fine. We can make this 4 hours.
So you can also get interviewed because if you don't mind being recorded. Oh, geez, this is not a good way
All right,
to
all
run
right.
a story.
Anyway, I'll
But
I'll uh, I'll
anyways,
I'll talk to you more about that idea that I had a little bit later offline
yeah.
because you got a lot of people, that you got to get to and whatever. But I mean,
Yeah,
thank you
well,
again for being here. Thank you for giving me your time, and thank you
thank you.
for sharing your story. I believe it's a really good story, and for sharing your perspective because it's a great perspective. And
Oh,
with
thanks for
that
having
being
us
said,
on.
yeah, so with that being said, we're finally going to close it out. Thank you so much for watching, all of you at home. Now, hit that like, that, share, that, subscribe. Remember to follow my man. Remember to follow Afro Tokyo and everything that they're doing. It's a really dope company. And Meister Man and
I'm looking for the link.
Afro
I'm
Tokyo,
looking for the link.
we'll be seeing you on another podcast because we got to be out. All right, peace. Peace, peace.
See you.